Hello everyone and happy May. I'm sure you are as excited as I am about it finally being National Posture Awareness Month. Mother's Day can step aside. This is where it's at. So my plan for today is to teach you a couple quick techniques to check in on your seated posture, since a lot of us are spending more time sitting down right now, and also help you understand why we should pay attention to posture. Why is it important? So wherever you're at, find a comfortable seat. I'm going to use these flowers, if you remember them from last month. They're not yellow hibiscus, they're actually plumeria. Excuse me to all the botanists out there who I may have offended inadvertently. So these will help you sort of see what's going on as I'm moving my body forward and back. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is adopt whatever your normal posture is. If you're at the laptop or looking at your phone, whatever you're normally doing, and in the place where you're normally doing it. So if that's sitting on your super comfy leather couch or sitting in a very straight back chair in the kitchen, whatever it might be, you can pause the video, take a sec to get yourself situated, and then we'll continue. Now, let's assume, since a lot of us are spending time in Zoom meetings and on our phones, that you are at that computer desk, right? Or sitting at the kitchen table looking at your phone. Now, what I want you to notice is that as I do that posture, if I'm typing at the computer here and I'm, squinting, looking at something on the screen or squinting at my phone, notice where this flower is. It is way forward. It's in front of my shoulders, in front of my hips. And my shoulders, if I'm typing at the computer or holding my phone, are rolled forward. So the first thing you're gonna do, take your finger, put it on your chin, and tuck your chin back and down like you're making the back of your neck long to move your head over your shoulders. If your shoulders are also rolled forward, you're gonna move those back so that they are sitting above your hips, okay? So that's step one. If you are in that super straight arched forward posture and your head is pulled back all the way like you're trying to give yourself a double chin, obviously, same thing. Take that finger, put it on the back of your head, and bring your head forward so that you are in better alignment there. So first thing is, where is your head? Now, why is that important? We know from the research that if your head is tilted forward at 45 degrees, you are adding an additional 49 pounds of pressure to your neck. And if you are tilted to 60 degrees, that is 60 pounds of force that you are now adding to your neck. And since the human head, adult head, weighs 10 to 12 pounds, that's a lot of unnecessary strain just by changing the position of your neck, which creates upper back tension, neck pain, sometimes chronic headaches. Really something important to check into if you're starting or you've noticed that you have those issues. Let's move on to the hip. So wherever you're sitting, take your hands, put them on your hips, and if you are in that slouched forward posture at your computer, notice what happened. My tailbone's tucked under and I'm slouched forward. Now I want you to try and take a breath in here. It's kind of hard. It's kind of restricted because you've shut down you've limited the amount of space in your breathing apparatus, in your midsection, the ability for your lungs to expand effectively. And if you arch forward all the way and those hips are tilted really far forward, and you try and breathe in, you've crunched into your lower back here, and you've tightened the abdomen in the front, which also doesn't feel great for breathing. Our breathing muscle, our diaphragm, is connected under our rib cage. So what we're doing with our ribs and what we're doing with our hips really impacts our ability to breathe, okay? So we don't wanna be arched forward, we don't wanna be slouched down. How do you know what neutral posture is? How do you know how to check where your hips should be, right? What you can do is take both your hands and put them under your bottom, so you're sitting on your hands, right under your hip bones. Now I want you to slouch like you did before. Notice what happened to the bones under your hand. Notice if you feel them or what they feel like under your fingertips. Now I want you to slowly go into that arched posture and notice what you feel. And now I want you to come to the middle. What that should feel like is like the pressure of your sits bones or your hip bones or your ischial tuberosities, as they are anatomically known, are pressing straight down into your hand like this, when you are tucked under, it's gonna feel like you're rolled off of them, like they rolled forward. And when you're tipped forward, it's gonna feel like they rolled past your hands and they're pointing to the back, because that's exactly what's happening. So as you're sitting at your desk and realize you're slouched forward, or decide you wanna do really good posture and sit up super straight, this is a really excellent tool to be able to just check in with yourself and assess the position of your neck, assess the position of your hips, and hopefully decrease a little bit of that low back pain that we know affects so many people, of that upper back and neck tension that we know is so problematic. It's a helpful tip. It's an exciting month to celebrate. Hopefully we get some good flowers and some good news with everything that's going on, and I wish you excellent posture this month. Take care.